Alright, what's going on, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. Today is Tuesday, August 20th. And yesterday I just completed my Houston job. And today is going to be my review of that job. This is what my van looked like when I got home. So I had started at 6 in the morning. It was a 3-hour drive up, 3-hour drive back. Very long day. I got home about 5:30 p.m. So I was a little tired. And I said to myself, I'm not working today. And I was at home chilling, and Dolly decided to bug me with some orders. So I couldn't resist. I actually accepted 3 orders for today. One of them got canceled. The customer did not want to go with the program, with Dolly rules, like taking the door off, all that stuff. They wanted me to do everything. So I'm glad I messaged customers prior. I let them know I'm not taking doors off, not doing all that. So that way I was able to handle that right away. So anyways, I got 2 jobs. I'm just doing these 2 jobs. I'm pretty much ignoring everything else because I'm not even supposed to be working today. So I cleaned my van out. This is how it looks now. Got it cleaned out. It took about 15 minutes to get it straightened up. I'm just gonna do these 2 jobs, and then I'm gonna do a full review of my Houston job. Everything I do is for learning experience, for me and for you. So I don't do a lot of moving jobs, so I can always learn. And just gonna kind of dissect everything I did and see if and how much I charge. I know you guys wanna know how much I charge. I asked you guys how much you would charge. I'm gonna let you know how much I charge the customer and if it was worth it. Did I charge right? And all that stuff. So I will be doing a video on my Rumble page. You should see it soon. It'll be a full breakdown of how I do direct bookings. It's just the way I do it, how I charge, all that stuff. A lot of people have been asking me that. So my Rumble page is my members only. Go there to get more details. So other than that, man, I'm on the highway. School's back in session, so I am not excited about working any early morning jobs. And anything after 2 o'clock is gonna be a nightmare with traffic. So it is 12 o'clock. My first customer, the job starts at 1:30, but they said I could deliver early. And the second customer, the job starts at 3:30. I am trying to deliver early, but they're not responding. So I'm gonna pick both up regardless. I'm gonna go to that customer. If they're not ready, I'll just have to come back. So that's what we're gonna do. Heading to Best Buy. 2 Dolly orders, let's get it. All right, y'all, you seen these. I'm gonna make this quick because this video is not about these 2 orders. So I'm just gonna pick the both customer stuff up. It's 2 washers and get on our way. Let's be quick. All right, y'all, I'm gonna make this quick because like I said, that's not what this video is about. So I got 2 washers, hopefully you guys can see. The one by the door is the one I'm dropping off first, and then the one right behind me with the appliance dolly is my second customer. So the first order is actually a haul away too. That customer, he's not going to be home, but the neighbor's going to open the door for me. I just talked to him on the phone. It is a 1st floor unit. I think it's a condominium, so no, it should be no issues. So we're going to drop that off, take the old one, and on the map it's going to make sense for me to pick up, bring the old one back to Best Buy, and then go to the other customer because I have to come back this way to get to the other customer anyways. So anyways, load it up. We're gonna knock this out real quick, not gonna show too much, and then get into part 3 of the Houston job, my full review. All right, y'all, all done. This is the haul away. It's pretty heavy. It's got a lot of water in it. The customer's neighbor actually helped me. So this one actually had steps. I took pictures. It had steps, but they weren't 5 steps. So it was like 2 or 3 steps to get to the walkway, and then like 2 steps to his door. So technically, according to Dolly, you do not have to, it is not considered a flight of stairs if it is less than 5 steps. So I can't add stairs, but the customer was nice enough. It was an older gentleman, but he helped me. He was on the other side and helped push it up the steps. So we got it delivered. It was a very tight spot, but we got it in. The neighbor told me that the customer is actually in the hospital had heart surgery. My dad actually had heart surgery a couple times, so I know how that is. Very stressful. So I actually took the wrapper off. I didn't install it, but I made it as easy as possible. So when they get back, all they have to do is plug it in and hook up the hoses. So I didn't have to do all that, but I did. I had compassion on them. So anyways, I didn't take the trash, but I just took all the wrapper off for them. So anyways, I'm gonna drop this off at Best Buy, and then we're gonna deliver this last one, and that'll be it for the day. All right, so as I head back, I forgot to tell you guys, so this drive was only 2 miles. It was less than 2 miles. So the delivery was less than 2 miles, back. The person that was asking about doing dollies by yourself, so technically when I accept this dolly, I let them know that I have my own helper. So you're required to bring a helper, but some of the jobs, you don't need a helper. So like I know I could do a washer, a dryer by myself, as long as there's no stairs. This one had steps. It's not considered a flight because it's less than 5 steps, and I could pull those up. So if I like to use my hand cart for those, but if it's really difficult, because those steps were actually kind of on an incline, you can use your appliance dolly. That's what it's for. You lay it down flat and just pull up, and the back wheels will roll. So anyways, I don't want to spend too much time on that. I'm gonna get this dropped off, head to the other one, not going to show too much, and then we'll get into what the video is about. All right, just got that washer back there. I got it hooked up to the big appliance dolly. I recommend, if you're doing these by yourself, to use the appliance dolly. It's a little bit easier. It gives you more leverage, so it's easier to tilt it back. It is heavy. The appliance is heavy itself. Like the dolly itself is pretty heavy. But once you get it on there, it's not bad. If you have all the right equipment, ramps and all that stuff to go over curbs and all that, you should be good. So this is a first floor. There's supposed to be no stairs. So if there is any stairs, it's going to be less than 5. But that washer is a really heavy one, really big, heavy one. So we're driving 3 miles. 3 miles, and that'll be it. So I'll probably show just the unload. I'll probably use my ramp for this one because that washer is really heavy, and then that'll be it. All right, y'all, so this is the setup. I just set my ramp up, get it unloaded. This is the house right here with the U-Haul truck. So should be pretty easy. This is another example of what I was talking about, where the customer is not responding. The drop off says 3:30 on the app, but a lot of times these customers are home, like they're home all day. So if I can get in touch with them just to verify, but it doesn't hurt to just load up and show up, and a lot of times they're here. So that's what happened. They're here, available. I could deliver at any time. So you don't always have to follow those drop off times. All right, let's get this done. GoShare order just came out for $68, but it's not worth it. I'm not doing it. I'm done after this. All right, man, get this unloaded. So it's easier to pull back on it with the appliance dolly. Appliance dolly is made for heavier items. All right, y'all, I'm all done. Hopefully you guys can hear me pretty good. Just wanted to give y'all some scenery while I talk. So this is not gonna be long. Just gonna briefly go over the Houston job and just kind of overall review. So this delivery that I did, the customer had a haul away. I did not feel like playing games today. It's 109 degrees today. Y'all don't believe me? Check this out. Can y'all see that? I don't know how clear that is, but it's 109, y'all. So I am not playing today. I don't feel like waiting to add the haul away and going through all that. So I just told the customer I'll let support know, and they're gonna have to create another order. Somebody else will have to pick up her other washer. So anyways, so when I did the Houston job, I did it before where I picked up the day before some of the items. the last job I did to Houston, I picked up everything so that I could leave super early in the morning. That worked out great. And my thought process is, because I'm going to Houston, you know, traffic is always going to be something you have to consider. So if you can choose the time that you leave, that's going to help you. So I wanted to leave as early as possible so that I'm not gone all day and I don't have to deal with too much traffic. So fortunate for me, I was able to, the customer allowed me to pick up the day before. I just picked up the heavy items. The reason why I did that is because I wanted to spend as little time as possible the day of the move. If I did not do that and I had to take everything, we probably would have spent about 2 hours at the customer's house, and that's going to delay the time that we can actually get on the road and head to Houston. So by going the day before, no traffic, all that, I picked up everything. I picked up the big items and got it loaded so that the day of, me and my partner met there 6 a.m. got the rest of her stuff loaded up, which was not a lot of stuff, and it took us about 45 minutes. So we was on the road before 7 a.m. That was my goal. It took 3 hours to get down there. We did not hit any traffic until we got there. Once we got into Houston, we hit a little bit of traffic, but my exit was right there, right where the traffic started. So there was no delays. The only delay we had was the customer did not have her key, which is fine because we were able to unload and kind of stage everything in the hallway. So once she got her key, we were good to go. I used all my dollies and we just took as much as we could. We probably made about 5 trips. The freight elevator was broke, but the other elevator was big enough to fit everything, including the sofa. So no issues there. The unload part and staging everything took about 40 minutes. And it took about an hour to get everything from ground level to her apartment, which was on the 5th floor. Everything went smooth, I have to say. My partner, I don't like working with people that I don't really know. I do know Joe. I've worked with him a couple times. We've done a couple go shares together. We exchanged numbers. He has proven himself to be reliable. His family does have a restaurant, so he does have work, but he's technically an independent contractor. He's available most of the time. So it's good to build a relationship with somebody you can trust. And he was the guy. I chose him because I know he's proven that he's reliable. So, and he doesn't complain. He doesn't mind working. That's another thing. A lot of people don't want to work. So, you know, it's really hard to find a good worker. So anyways, he was the perfect person to help me. I paid him $35 an hour. That was his pay. He did not have to drive up there. He rode with me, so no gas expense. I would say that's probably the easiest money he ever made. We spent 45 minutes loading up, and then we spent about almost 2 hours unloading, and then he, you know, got a ride back to his truck. So $245 is what he got paid. And the customer, at the end of the day, when we drove home, it took about 3.5 hours. We hit a little bit of traffic. I got home at about 5:30, and the customer paid. So I charged the customer my charge based on the hours. And I'm not going to do a breakdown of my charges. I'm actually going to do that on my Rumble page. So if you're interested in how I charge on direct bookings, I'm actually going to use this job as an example, and I'm going to break down how I charge, everything that I charge and how I do it. My total charge was, I believe it was, I'll put it on the screen. I think it was $800 something, or was it 700? No, it was 800. I think it was $800 something because I added I added my helper fee. So I have all my charges. I charge for the mileage. I charge for the use of my van, all that stuff. And then my hourly rate is $40 an hour, and my helper's rate is $35 an hour. And so all that came out to this number, and it was based on 8 hours. So I always overestimate I predicted it would take about 8 hours from the time we start at 6 in the morning to the time we finish in Houston. That's what I charge for. I don't charge for the drive back. So 8 hours is what I quoted. I told the customer it might be cheaper. We actually finished in 7 hours. So she saved some money, and this was her total charge, what I invoiced her. So she did tip. She gave me an $85 tip. So I made a total of $950, which $245 went to my helper. So I kept $700 something dollars. I'll put it on the screen. So that's how much I made. I have to say, this was a learning experience for me. I don't do a lot of moves. I've actually been watching moving videos, like learning how to do moves. That was my first time using shrink wrap. I will be using that more often, and you might see me doing more moves. To make $950 in one day for 8 hours of work, that's pretty good. I'm excited about that. So anyways, just overall, I think everything went perfect. If I had to do it over again, I'd probably do everything I did the same way. In fact, the day before, I probably could have just loaded everything the day before, because she did not even stay in her apartment that day. I left her bed because I thought she was going to stay there. She actually stayed at her mom's house that day. So I could have loaded everything and just took off in the morning. So I like that. I like loading up the day before, especially for long drives. I think that was a great idea. It saved time, and it also shows the customer that I'm not trying to milk the clock. Some people will try to milk the clock, you know, because you're getting paid hourly and you take your sweet time and you're just trying to run up the bill on the customer. I don't work like that. I do believe that the way you treat people is the way you'll be treated. It's going to come back to you. I do believe that. I don't believe in karma, all that stuff, but I just, you know, this is God's world, and, you know, he knows what you do. So things may not go well for you if you are a shady person like that. So anyways, I always believe in fair business. I don't want to talk too much on it. I might talk about it more, but I'm going to go in great detail on my Rumble page. So go there. It'll be all about direct bookings. It might be kind of a long video, but I'm going to go in great detail about this job and how I charge for direct bookings. So $950, man. So $700 something is what I pocketed after I paid my helper. I think I paid him right. I probably could have paid him even less. He'd have been good, but he deserves it. And, you know, like I said, it's hard to find a good partner. So I want to pay them well. Anybody that works with me, they're going to get paid. And we had fun. We enjoyed it. So anyways, that's it, man. Let me grab this camera. So that's it, man. I just wanted to give y'all some scenery while I talk. But that's it for today. I'm going to wrap it up. Let me know what you guys think about that job. If you have an opinion on it, or anything what you would have did different, or what you would have charged. Let me know. Let me know. That's what the comments are for. I do read every single comment, whether it's good or bad, negative or positive. So that's what it's for. So anyways, that's it for today, man. I'm done. I turned down a ton of orders. I wasn't even supposed to work today, but like I said, man, it just went up. It's 107, y'all. Y'all see that? Y'all see that? 107. That is ridiculous. That is ridiculous. I don't even know how I'm functioning in this heat. So that's why I'm not in the mood to do nothing. But we made what we made. So all right, that's it, man. I'll catch y'all on the next one. I'm out. I'm about to get in that AC.